Yo, welcome to Fast Forward Mindset Motivational Podcast. I'm your host, Coach James. This is where we rewire your thoughts, reset your mindset, and fast forward your life. No more rewinding, just discipline, motivation, and the truth you need to become unstoppable. If you're ready to elevate your mindset and take control of your future, you're in the right place. Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope all is going well for you. So, y'all, kind of feels like we're getting a little bit more of warmer weather this week. I don't know why, but it feels that way to me. So, we'll see how long winter actually lasts because the weather I'm getting this week has been quite warm. So, we'll see what happens. But, anyways, y'all, man, I wanted to talk today really seriously with y'all. And I tell you, this episode wasn't nothing that I performed. This wasn't nothing that I actually sat down and ruminated about. This was off the dome. And I tell y'all, where it's coming from is social media. And when I say social media, it's social media. And y'all, I don't talk politics on my podcast. I don't talk politics on my motivational videos because I'm not a political type guy. I'm never going to go at someone because their political beliefs. I'm never going to go at someone because of their Scientology theory, right? That's just not how I operate. And so, because I don't operate that way, I normally particularly don't talk about politics in any scenario with anybody except for my wife. I mean, I don't share my political views with my friends because to me, that's sacred. I don't have to tell everybody what I believe. I don't have to tell everybody what my political beliefs is. But I do it on my podcast. I tell y'all the truth, but I'm not, again, talking politics, right? I'm talking mindset motivation. But I want to talk about this because on my social media, it's been blowing up the last couple of days, and it's got me to the point to where I don't even want to log on to social media because it's just too many opinions, ideas about where we are in the world today. First of all, everyone was upset about Bad Bunny performing in the Super Bowl. I seen so many negative comments about this guy. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And I actually feel bad for him because, in my opinion, he's a human being. He's a performer. He's an entertainer. He's just trying to make a living for himself and his family. And because they chose for him to be the entertainment at the halftime of the Super Bowl, no, this guy gets critiqued for whatever reason. I mean, it's been crazy. You know, and I'm not saying by all means, y'all, that I'm for it or I'm against it. But hey, if this guy got chose by the NFL to perform at halftime, let the guy do his thing. It's a big deal, right? So we got that. That's been flooding my social media, all these negative comments, all these positive comments. And then we got the whole immigration thing. There's so many comments with that. I mean, ICE has gotten to a point to where two people has died in their immigration search or whatever, deportation, whatever you want to call it. And it's just one of those things where it's like the world is just full of violence right now. The world is full of division. And I feel like that if I continue to stay on my social media and look at all the comments, it's going to make me think about the friends that I really say are my friends because of their comments. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be judgmental toward people like that. It's kind of funny, y'all. My sister made a comment the other day and she said, somebody said, I want to make sure I pose this correctly just so it comes out right. She says that if you, and talking about me, Coach James, she says that if you don't like someone, there's got to be something definitely going on with that person. Either that person said something that was just way left field, Or maybe that person just mistreated you. That's what she said. She goes, you as my brother. She goes, when people say that you don't like somebody, if I ever heard that, I will jump out of my seat because of the fact that you like everybody. You find the goodness in everybody. You find positivity in everybody. You don't go looking for trouble when you see people. When you meet them, you accept them for who they are. And y'all, if y'all know me, that's who I am. That's me. I just accept people for who they are. What they, I let me tell you how I view people. When people come walking toward me, I view their positives versus their negatives. Because everybody got positives and everybody got negatives. And I am not going to go directly to your negatives and say, I don't like you because of this. However, my sister was explaining a certain particular person where she said that I know if you have a bad vibe about someone and you disagree with them being around you and don't want to be around them, this person has got to be or done something very negative that you see. And so, y'all, the reason why I tell that story is because I don't want to be that guy that's on social media and I'm just starting to karate kick everybody because they made a comment and I say, I don't want you to be my friend anymore. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hang around you. And so I kind of just got to a point in my mind like, hey, I'm going to look at the comments, but for the most part, I'm going to try to keep my distance between me and social media right now because there's just too much going on in the world that's causing division for all of us. Third example, President Trump, someone in his group, committee, PRR team, whoever they call it, posted a post with Obama and Michelle in their in an ape uniform and they put their head on it. I really thought that was derogatory. I do, y'all. No, I see a lot of derogatory stuff, right? And it kind of just goes over my head. But I thought a person who was that high of a statue would allow something like that to happen. That's not very professional. But the world we live in today, who is really professional? Right. And I'm not knocking Trump, right? I'm just saying that I feel like that when you are in a higher position, there are certain ways that you should carry yourself, and there are certain things that should and should not happen based on the trust of people when you hold a higher title in this world is the word I use. Right. Now, I'm not upset about the post. I just, like I said to y'all, it's just all these things are happening at one time in the world right now. And it's kind of really, really making me second guess, not myself, but the world right now is so segregated, so separated. Where do we find a mutual commonality at or with? It's like no one wants to. Everyone wants to pick a side. Everyone wants to have an opinion about this. Everyone wants to have an opinion about that. And no one is really stopping to think about the logical aspect of what's really happening. And in my opinion, I feel like that right now that the world wants us to be separated from each other based on race, religion, creed, and any other things that differentiates us, right? I feel like the world wants that to happen because I always say, man, my wife was just talking about it. When there's a lot of division and separation in the world, there's something being covered up that somebody don't want us to see. There y'all go. That's my analogy. That's my theory. I'm not a theory. I'm not a theory, conspiracy theory type guy. I'm not, y'all. People tell me about they conspiracies all the time, and I was like, that went over my head, bro. But I am not a conspiracy theory type person. But when it comes to this, I really feel like that, yes, my thoughts behind it is my opinion, but I feel like when we are so separated that there's something bigger happened that we're all missing a point because we're all stuck ruminating on this, on that, on this. And that's scary because some real stuff can be happening in the world today. We're not looking at the real stuff that's happening. We're looking at being divided based on our political beliefs. We're looking at being divided because one of us got a citizenship and one of us do not. We're looking on being divided because one of us live in this country and live in this, and you live in this country. That is the vision that I see, and that is what is being created right now, and that is what's causing us to buckle down and knuckle heads with each other. And when I say knuckleheads, I mean go at each other, y'all. I mean go at each other, not just knuckleheads, right? I mean knucklehead, right? But that's what's making us have a division right now. And so, y'all, the question is what do we do in this scenario, and how do we live through this? And I'll tell y'all the number one word that come to my mind is to be positive, to trust your positivity. First of all, because you can say you're positive all day long, but if you don't trust it, means nothing. Let me give y'all an example. A couple years ago, probably about 15 years ago, people used to tell me I was positive all the time. Like, James, you're a positive guy. I never see you mad. I never see you angry. I never see you upset with anybody. You're just always smiling. Your pearly whites are always beautiful. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Whoever said that. But I never believed that my positivity was real. I just thought it was who I was. Right now, I know that my positivity is real because not only do I demonstrate it, I also spread positivity throughout the world. So you can be positive, but are you really believing your positivity? That's one way we can get out of this segregation and come together. Number two, trust people. Number two, trust people. Not everybody is out to get you. Not everybody is out to see you do bad. Not everybody has that thought in the back of their mind that you think they're thinking. I was reading this book, and man, I don't remember the name of it because I don't read so many books, but it talks about how we are in the world, that we think people visualize us a certain way, and in their mind they're not even thinking about us, right? We think they're looking at us a particular way because of whatever reason, and in their mind they're not even thinking that. We're more critical of ourselves than someone else is. Remember that, y'all. You're critical, they're not critical of you. But whatever you think about yourself, you think they think about you. And because you think they think that about you, your defenses go up. Now you're in fight or flight mode. And so that person say one thing or even look at you a different way. You feel like, yes, the bell is rung. Let's go for round one. But when you had that mindset, you don't trust nobody. That's an issue. We got to learn to trust people because not everybody out is out to see you do bad. I read this quote the other day on Facebook, and it said, have you ever seen one of your haters doing better than you? And the answer to that question is no. Because if somebody got time to hate on you, that's a less time they have to work on themselves and building their empire. Remember, you're the CEO of your life. Remember that, right? And if someone, or if you are hating on someone else, that's less time you can spend on being the best CEO in this world. Okay? So number one was positivity. Number two was trust. Number three is love. Love goes a long way, further than where you know it and where you know it could take you. Some of y'all don't even understand how big the level of love can get for people to where it could take you in this world. You never even thought about that. When I first started working in banking, I wanted to be a manager. I wanted to get hired as a manager, but I didn't get that. I had to go in as a regular employee, and then I worked my way up to being a manager. Well, I met this person. I had friended this person, and this person really started to trust in me, and I started to trust in this person. And this person said, if you really want to be a manager, do this, do that, and do this. And I thought about it like, okay, I'll take your word because one, I trust you. Two, I got love for you. Right. And I'm positive. Remember that. So I did those things. I applied for a position. I didn't get it first time. I didn't get it second time. I didn't get it third time. Fourth time comes up. This person comes to me and say, hey, I got the perfect position for you in this management. The person who trusted me, the person who knew I was positive, and the person who had love for me got me into the position that I always wanted to be into at my job because they had love for me. They trusted me. They seen I was positive. And so, y'all, if you ask me, how do we get through the world when there's so much separation, when there's so much segregation? The way we get through the world is positivity, trust, and love. That is the only way it's going to work for us. The Bible tells you love conquers all. Love conquers evil. Love conquers hate. Love conquers segregation. Love conquers everything. If you got love for people, you can see the positivity in them and you can learn to trust them. That's where we are today, y'all. Hey, thank y'all for listening. I really, really appreciate it. If you have not followed the podcast, make sure you hit that follow button. When you hit that follow button, you never miss a moment to rewire the way you think. Go check out my website. It's www.rewirethewayouthink.com. I'm not hard to find, y'all. I'm on IG all day, every day. It's James Watkins at 40 and Fit Life Coach. If you're struggling today with thoughts of suicide or thoughts of hurting yourself, please don't take the call of Suicide Prevention Hotline at 988. Hey, y'all, I'm Coach James. Let me help rewire the way you think. And as I always say, practice daily mindset rehabilitation. And that's my 2 cents in a y'all. Peace.
Thank y'all for listening to today's episode. And remember, don't rewind your life, fast forward it. Until next time, keep moving forward. Hey, y'all, I'm Coach James. Let me help rewire the way you think. All right, y'all. Peace.